Mirror is a series of memories and dreams. Alexei's free spirit roams through them all because he is at the very end of his life, looking back on everything. The opening scene of Mirror does many things. It establishes the first sort of transportation that we are going to be dealing with. Cinema is a transportation through time just as much as remembrance and dream. So the first thing that happens in this movie is we watch a movie, and it's the subject himself, Alexei, who turns it on. This scene must take place when Alexei is waiting for his mother to return to Lizaveta's apartment. Now here we are in a movie theater watching a TV screen. This moment was replicated recently, maybe not deliberately, in Bong Joon-ho's Parasite. With less sophistication, it was also done on the latest episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, is your puppy in the snow? Is your cute puppy in the snow? Look in the snow. I was thinking that Chardonnay wine has too long of a name. It should rebrand as Chart. Good idea. I keep hearing about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is Japanese. That's like saying Irish pizza. Call it a different name.
We encounter the image through two layers of time and reality that remind of the third layer, really the first layer, of seeing through our own two eyes. Tarkovsky's metaphysical system presupposes the existence of soul and spirit. The physician freezes the teenager's hands because hands are the means to create. She cures him of his stutter, and he becomes able to speak. This symbolizes the entrance of a self into the world. It easily reminds of the opening to the book of John. This is the subject's arrival into coherence, the ability to create with one's voice and one's hands. To Tarkovsky, man is here to create. We were created in the image of God, or whatever, and we each carry within us the divine spark that is the ability to create. The emergence of light in the screen of the television as it receives a signal depicts this powerful moment as well. So what about you go on a date, you show up with a box of Captain Crunch, dinner, I do not have the milk. Oh, hang on, the abandoned gas station provided. Come on, it's only a week expired. Fine, we'll go to my favorite restaurant, the Bob Roberts House of Porridge. They also have oatmeal and gruel. There's free pencils to eat. The shadow of the boom mic on the wall reminds that film has many technical necessities that are not supposed to be seen by the camera because they reveal the unreality of what's on film. This isn't a breaking of the third wall. It's a separation of realities by tier, the merely symbolical reality of the video we're watching on the TV in the actual quote-unquote reality of the film itself. But Mirror is autobiographical. It is real. I say that the film of the physician healing the teenager is symbolical, with a caveat. Tarkovsky himself was very resistant to rigid symbology. This means this means that. He would mock interviewers who asked him what water in his films represented. Art has both an objective and a subjective dimension. However, I do think that the healing of the teenager on the TV, the way he says, "I can speak," and then looks directly into the camera, is best interpreted as a representation of an entrance of the creative spirit into the world. Dog number 3. Guys, conspiracy theories are all true. Joe Rogan did build the pyramids. Bigfoot is Jewish. Kim Kardashian is Chinese. Drake is the Octomom. Jeffrey Jepsberg did kill his Smurf. We are told nothing about the clip of the teenager being healed, but the teenager does look like Alexei, albeit slightly older. I don't think the resemblance can be purely a mistake, because there is another example of it. The dying Alexei on his deathbed, and the newly awakened child in the house of the neighbor, whom Maria is trying to sell a pair of earrings to. Tarkovsky's Mirror has a universal message. He is asking you to see yourself in his own life and in the lives of all human beings. Alexei, the kid who turns on the TV and who is the dying man in the movie, and who is Tarkovsky himself, is able to access on his deathbed the memories and dreams of not only himself, but of those he loves. He enters the memories of his mother and his father through his own memory. His mother and father are also present in his dreams. The vital connection of love allows their memories to interface. This is a depiction of remembrance as a spiritual bridge. Look, it's at the beach this time. I love old cliches. My grandfather used to say, up and at 'em. I'll take sleep and sleep 'em instead. I'm doing the dog videos for Serotonin. The Tonin family has a great petting zoo, and I love their sheep, Sarah. Oh, you think that's cringe? Good. Here's a longer one.
Spoos. The final frontier. What? No, John, I didn't say spoos. You're going deaf from drumming all day in your garage. Oh, I'm fired. You know what, John? I have a gun.
For Tarkovsky, memory is the primary way we access time. The way time moves in Dream proves that the way we experience time in lived reality is an illusion. We have constructed the linearity of time. Martin Heidegger, in what is called Thinking, writes, "Time causes the passing away of what must pass away, and does so by passing away itself. Yet it itself can pass away only if it persists throughout all the passing away. Time persists, consists in passing. It is in that it constantly is not." This quotation from Tarkovsky's Sculpting in Time seems to agree. The human conscience is dependent upon time for its existence. The past is the bearer of all that is constant in the reality of the present, of each current moment. In a certain sense, the past is far more real, or at any rate more stable, more resilient than the present. The present slips and vanishes like sand between the fingers, acquiring material weight only in its recollection. My wife and I are very progressive, so we decided to name all our children after the places that they were conceived in. Our family is doing very well. Paris is off to college, Alaska has just graduated high school, and little Burger King bathroom just turned 9 years old. Still hasn't taken his first steps for some reason. The turning on of the TV reminds of the act of remembrance, as well as the form of mere conscious activity. Watching something pass by. The comparison made between phenomenal subjective experience and cinematic phenomenal experience blurs the distinction between the two. Tarkovsky chose to employ the logic of poetry rather than the logic of drama for his film Mirror. He described the project as a revelation of the hero's interior world. To clarify, this opening scene is a film of a memory of watching a film. Alexei is remembering a time when he was young, waiting for his mother in Lizavetta's apartment. I think it's Lizavetta's apartment. And he got bored and watched a video of a teenager whose stutter was cured. We turn on the TV to watch a movie of a kid turning on a TV to watch a movie. Isn't this a mirror image? Welcome to Britain. Would you like some rainwater soup or sewer water beer? Of course we invented the umbrella. We need them more than anyone. Charles D. Umbrella invented it in the womb. When Noah's Ark rested on Mount Ararat, it was on its way here. Not many people know this, but the Old English word Britain means eternal monsoon. Come to England. If it's not raining, the apocalypse is not. The new Criterion Blu-ray subtitles to Mirror, which I cannot steal from the internet, are a much better translation than the old Kino DVD. But there is one thing I liked about those old subtitles. The first time I watched Mirror on that Kino DVD, the physician didn't ramble on and on. She spoke with simple, powerful words. You will speak loudly and clearly all your life. It's possible that these words save this young man. I do think that Tarkovsky also wants to suggest the notion of a miracle with this opening, that the event of arrival, of coherence, of creation, of healing, these events bear an indelible spiritual stamp. Even if all these processes can be explained in purely materialistic terms, there remains something uncanny and mysterious about the fact of their existence. Tarkovsky writes, "Masterpieces are born of the artist's struggle to express his ethical ideals. For his work will always be a spiritual endeavor, which aspires to make man more perfect." Tarkovsky invites us to art as a spiritual and psychological healing. What Alexei is doing, turning on the TV to watch a movie, is what we are doing. The movie's called Mirror. Find in art your own ability to speak, if you haven't thus far.
Раз, два, три. Громко и четко. Я могу говорить. Давай.
Я могу говорить.
Hey, if you're here at the end, thank you for watching the whole video. Can you please hit the thing and the other thing that people ask you to hit? Subscribe. Obviously, I'm trying a few different approaches here. I know not all of it will work. Please let me know which bits were terrible or if any were good. I kind of don't care that it's cringe. I know that some of it is. Shoot or shoot. Everything will improve. So please give me a subscribe on. I got more than just all of Tarkovsky. Thank you, goodbye.